The Queen just quietly handed over the keys to her most personal property and nobody was supposed to notice. Hello everyone, my name is George, your host on Crown Tea, where the royals think they're whispering and we've got the best seat in the house. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell. It's free and really helps us to continue serve royal tea every single week. No fluff, no filler, just the real royal intake you actually came for. Now, let's talk about Ray Mill House, because this story has layers, darlings, and every single one of them is worth unwrapping. According to land registry documents, first reported by the Daily Mail's Eden Confidential, Queen Camilla has discreetly transferred ownership of her beloved Wiltshire countryside home to her son-in-law, Harry Lopes, and financier Jake Irwin, who reportedly represent her daughter Laura Lopes and her son Tom Parker Bowles, respectively. On the surface, a perfectly tidy, perfectly sensible family property transfer. But when you zoom out and look at the full picture, this story becomes far more fascinating than a simple bit of paperwork. So stay with us, because we are only just getting started. Ray Mill House is not just a property. It is arguably the most emotionally significant address in Camilla's entire adult life. She purchased the 19th-century Lacock estate in 1996 for £850,000 following her divorce from Andrew Parker Bowles, and for 7 years it was her sanctuary, her independence, and her identity, all wrapped up in 12 acres of Wiltshire countryside. This was the home she retreated to when the press were relentless, when public opinion was brutal, and when the weight of being one of the most scrutinized women in Britain was simply too heavy to carry anywhere else. It was private, it was hers, and by all accounts, she absolutely adored it. In 2025, appearing at the Sandringham Flower Show, Camilla herself gave a rare and rather charming glimpse into her relationship with the property, describing gardening there as, and I quote, the best therapy in the world, before bemoaning the summer heatwave for devastating her flower beds with a very relatable, "Oh, the weather, everything is wilting." There is something wonderfully human about a queen fretting over her vegetables, and it tells you everything about how deeply personal this home was to her. The property holds enormous sentimental value for her family, too. In 2006, Ray Mill House hosted the wedding reception of her daughter Laura and son-in-law Harry Lopes, the very man who now appears on the land registry as one of its new owners. So, in transferring the home, Camilla has not sold it off to strangers or developers. According to publicly available documents, she has kept it firmly within the family, which, on the face of it, reads as an act of love rather than a purely financial maneuver. And yet, the timing is what makes this transfer genuinely intriguing, because here is a detail that raises eyebrows in the most delicious way. It was reported last year that King Charles had spent approximately £3 million of his own private funds acquiring a neighbouring property that shares a private lane with Ray Mill House. That neighbouring estate reportedly dates back to the Norman Conquest and sits on 2 acres of land with, according to estate agent brochures, breathtaking views over the River Avon and the surrounding countryside. 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 3 reception rooms, and grounds that would make any country lover weak at the knees.
Now, connect those 2 dots, and a very compelling question presents itself. Could the King and Queen be repositioning their private countryside arrangements entirely? Could Charles's neighbouring purchase signal that the couple intend to make that property their new Wiltshire retreat, effectively replacing Ray Mill House as their rural escape? If that is the direction things are heading, it would represent a considerable downsizing, because Ray Mill boasts 12 acres of gardens, 6 bedrooms, a swimming pool and stabling, whereas the neighbouring property is significantly more compact. It is worth stating clearly that this remains speculation at this point, and neither Buckingham Palace nor representatives for the family have publicly confirmed any such plans. The situation, as they say, is still developing. What makes this story genuinely worth discussing, though, beyond the property intrigue, is what it reveals about how the monarchy quietly manages its private affairs in an era of unprecedented public scrutiny. Every land registry filing is a matter of public record, and in 2025 those records travel fast. The quiet transfer of a beloved home, the purchase of a neighbouring estate, the careful stewardship of family assets across generations, these are the moves of a family thinking not just about today, but about legacy. And whether you are a devoted royalist or a curious observer, there is something undeniably compelling about watching that legacy being built, one discreet transaction at a time. This story is very much alive, and Crown Tea will be watching every development closely, so make sure you are watching with us.